I feel like breaking rules on the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, leaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh.
Hey guys, welcome to That's Mom Life. I'm Hillary and this is my first video on this channel. I wanted to kick it off with a small kitchen organization video. I'm currently living in South Korea for the next year and a half, and I wasn't able to bring all of my things with me, like all of my kitchen things. So these are a few of the goodies that I was able to score while being here in Korea to organize my small space. I don't have a pantry in this house, I just have cabinets, so I have to get really creative with my space, so that's what you'll be seeing in this video. This is my first video, but I am going to be doing a lot of cooking, cleaning, recipes, homemaking, everything motherhood on this channel, so please consider subscribing and supporting the channel. It's brand new, but I have so many ideas to share with you all. I will be sharing videos each week with you guys on every Sunday, so come back and hang out with me. Let's tackle everything that's on our to-do list together, and if you have any future ideas for videos, leave it in the comments down below, and definitely say hi in the comments so I can meet you and say hi. But let's get started with this video. So the first thing that I'm tackling is all of my sauces and condiments in my fridge. It was driving me nuts having everything different sizes, and I wasn't able to see how much I had left of each product. So I was either running out very last minute where I needed something in a recipe, or things were just not fitting and I wasn't able to buy more of the things that I wanted because I didn't have the room. I saw these containers in Daiso. It's a store here in Korea, but I'm sure you can find them on Amazon because everything's on Amazon. What I like about these is that they're, you know, the same size, they're clear, they are like a hard plastic with a screw on top. So it's all uniformed, it looks aesthetically pleasing, so it makes me happy. And you can see here how much it condenses down. It gives you so much room on your fridge, and also all of the sauces that were not able to fully fit in the containers, I just put in the back of my fridge for refills, and I wrote the expiration date on stickers to place at the bottom of each bottle. That way I know what it is that's inside and when it expires. I will say some of the sauces, like thicker sauces like ranch, it does not pour the best out of these bottles, so I have to constantly like kind of open it up to pour it. But this is my before and my after. I actually bought a few more of the clear containers after this video because look, I had room, guys. After doing all of that, I had room, which is awesome. All right, so next we're going to be tackling my tiny little spice section in my kitchen. I am trying not to overbuy on the spices because once we leave Korea, we'll have to toss these or give them away. So I don't have a huge collection, but the collection that I do have is super messy, super cluttered. Everything was falling out every time I needed a spice, so I definitely had to do something about it. I got a little tiny container that's clear to organize all of my pouches that were in spices, so I could just get rid of the boxes. And I used this little shelf extender to kind of give me double the room, because as you can see, this cabinet is super tall. So I needed to use my space a little bit like better, and you can see me here struggling. But with organizing, you have to just keep moving things around where you find that it makes sense for how you use things. So just do what feels right. I know sometimes we want to just do things to look perfect, but be realistic as well when you're organizing. At least I try to be, just because you're going to be using these sections on a daily basis, so you want to make things easier for you. But as you can see, I was able to organize it a lot better. I put the spices that I use the most on this little tray thing so I could just pull it out and use them. And then my other spices that were just overflow, I just put them in this bin. Again, I'm just trying to use up the organization things that I already have. And I know that I can probably use the little spice shelving that is sold for cabinets, but my cabinets are really deep and tall, and I found that this was the best way for me to organize the little bit of spices that I have in this cabinet. Now I want to organize the bottom section of my cabinet where I'm currently storing all of my Tupperware, lids, and bowls, and all of the extra stuff. As you can see, this cabinet is super awkward. It's pretty deep and tall with minimal shelves. So I'm also using some shelf extenders here and some containers to hold some lids to keep everything organized, because they were just basically falling everywhere and it got so messy so quick. So by adding something to kind of contain all of the lids, it made it a lot easier, a lot cleaner. And I used some clear deep bins to organize all of my lids and coffee mug, lids and all of that good stuff. And I just put the bowls at the bottom. This is everything that we've accumulated in Korea while living here, so it's pretty random. I know organizing can be very intimidating to a lot of people, but the way I see it is I always start with what I reach for the most, how I use my things on a daily basis, and I come up with my own system that works for me. So try it out if you find it intimidating. Just what you reach for on a daily basis, what you need, what you don't use, put it towards the back, like things that you don't use as much, and just make it easy and it'll all come together. Here I'm organizing my pantry. I have to use cabinets right now because this apartment didn't come with a pantry. So I'm using some of the shelf extenders, again, to give me some room so I can be able to see all of my groceries. And I really tried to create as little food waste as possible, so utilizing these shelf extenders allows me to be able to see everything at a glance when I open my cabinets. And it also helps me not have food getting lost in the back of the cabinets. I'm able to see everything. And I also take as much things out of the box as possible. So if it's in packaging or individual servings, I take it out of the box because it allows me to see what I need to replenish, what I have left of, and it allows me to meal plan a little bit easier. Okay, moving on, I have a 2-year-old and I'm organizing all of his snacks. His name is Logan, and what I like to do is create one snack bin that it's easy for him to reach at the bottom cabinet right behind me there to the left. So what I'm doing is I'm actually putting a variety of all of the snacks that I have in this bin, and then the bin to the right, I'm actually keeping all of the extra snacks. So what I do is I have one little bin ready for him to grab whatever he needs at eye level, and the other bin I actually use it as a refill replenisher kind of thing. So that's where I have all of my other snacks that didn't fit in that bin. So taking everything out of the box saves me so much room in the cabinets. If you have not tried to do that yet, definitely do that. It makes such a huge difference, and it allows you to see all of your food and what you need to buy or what you're running low of, and it helps you avoid food waste. I wanted to show you guys this little area where I'm keeping all of Logan's plates. They're very bulky and I didn't know how to store them, but I found these little, I don't know what they're called, but they're basically for plates or lids. I am using them for his plates. They work really good. They do take up a lot of space, but I don't have a lot of dinnerware here with me in Korea, so it works really good for what I'm using it for. And I also decided to organize all of my drawer here that has plastic bags and just random aluminum paper and plastic wrap. It was a mess. Every time I opened it, things were just super hard to find. So I'm keeping it very simple in this drawer. I don't need much. It's not super fancy. I'm using pretty long, deep organizational clear bins just to kind of separate each category. I have aluminum foil, plastic wraps, and bags in one side, and then I just decided to use the last bin for all of my tongs and spatulas and all of that. I love how it came out. Everything is super easy to grab, and every time I open the drawer, it doesn't jumble around like it used to, so this one's really awesome. And the last thing that I'm going to be organizing in this video is my utensils drawer. This drawer stresses me out to no other because I had to buy all of these things when we moved here to Korea. So these are not like my permanent things, it's just temporary, but they're very random, and like my knives were getting like mixed up with everything, my straws, my chopsticks, everything was jumbling everywhere no matter how much I tried to organize it. And this drawer is so deep, so I found these little like drawer dividers that are adjustable. They're plastic, and I'm sure you can find them on Amazon. Again, they're from Daiso. I'm sorry, I can't be of no help here, but I just measured one of them and I kind of jumbled around different little containers to organize my things, and this is how I'm keeping it. It's probably not gonna be like super perfect, but it's better than it was. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna be organizing for this drawer. I'm happy with how it came out, but yeah, just get creative. Use little bins or drawer dividers like this one right here to organize things that just jumble around in drawers that you cannot seem to keep contained. But yeah, that is all that I'm going to be organizing for today's video. I am so glad that you watched this far, and if you did, please come say hi in the comments. I want to meet you. I want to meet all of my subscribers and say hi and welcome you, and I'm so excited for the future content that I'm going to be putting on this channel. Please, if you have any video suggestions, leave it in the comments below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.